Backyard Bee Builder here. Today I wanted to do kind of a weird video. This is one that I've been wanting to do for a while. What happened was I actually adopted a hive. One of them I was unable to save, and so because of that I took what was in the bottom of the board, on the bottom board, and wanted to kind of inspect it and kind of see what was in there. So I thought it'd be interesting. Okay, so here's what might look familiar to a lot of you. This is just the stuff that is in the bottom. It can be a combination of all different kinds of things, but I wanted to get a closer look at it. If you look here, this white stuff, it's just sugar. This board had a sugar board on it, and so very typical of beehives. They'll start to clean out some of the sugar, and the sugar will kind of end up on the bottom board of the hive. Also, there are these little bits of yellow, and that is just pollen that's fallen off the bees, or for whatever reason has fallen down to the bottom of the board. So that's pretty typical. You'll see these. You'll always see a few little dead bees. There is. In here you can see that there is a dead wasp as well. That could be an indicator of some issues with wasps. But what was really concerning to me is that how many mites were in here. Now the people that I got the hives from didn't treat their hives, and I'm sure that's what took them. However, I did treat the hives when I got them, and so some of these mites are just from what fell off of the bees when I treated them, but they were too far gone for me to save. But I thought it'd be interesting to go ahead and do an alcohol wash on what was in the bottom of the board, and take a look at how many mites there are, and kind of just take a look at what I have here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and dump some alcohol in here. This is just going to wash away a lot of the sugars and stuff that are making it difficult for me to see what's in there, and really pinpoint the mites and other things that I'm really looking to discover. So as expected before, you can see that there are tons of mites in here. These little brown dots that are floating down, you can start to see there are just tons and tons of mites all over. So as I go through and just kind of sift through this gunk that was at the bottom of it, it's interesting to see there are just hundreds and hundreds of mites floating in there, and you can see they're just the little brown dots that are floating around. See, there's a whole bunch of them right there. So that was obviously they had a huge infestation of mites in this hive, and that is why it was lost. Now that you've seen me dig through the bottom board of my hive, maybe you'll start to recognize some of the stuff that's on the bottom of your board. Really experienced beekeepers will be able to see it pretty easily. But beginning, it was really difficult for me to recognize what I was looking at, and some of my family members as well had issues with trying to recognize what was there, what it was they were exactly looking at. So that's why I chose to do this video. But I hope that was helpful. This is the Backyard Bee Builder. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.